Hey, Firestarters, it is St. Patrick's Day, my favorite day of the year, although they've now made it into a crazy thing where you have to make traps for your children. I'm like, it used to be like the day where you just drank and had fun and ate, and now there's something. But anyway, I'm excited that you guys are on or watching this. I kind of want to just do a debrief and asking questions tonight, and going over just what's going on in April, and then a little bit over the live video I went about like Instagram hacks and how to just get consistent with inviting without being scared about it. So keep it simple. And actually I wanted to look really quick just to make sure I'm not missing anything massive in the back office. If this week goes the way we hope, we'll be a 1-star team, like officially, which is amazing, and close to 2. So that's also good. Let's see, we just didn't get Shanti's over. So it's, most of the stuff is the same. Oh yeah, they announced the coach workshops. So for Summit, so there's going to be a diamond level workshop, a coach level workshop, a diamond 1-star level workshop, and then a 2 and above workshop. So we don't pick our, we used to pick like A, B, C, and D workshops, and then the presenters would kind of move around. Now, Trina was on a call about this. What they think they're going to do is they're going to try to still cover the same topics, but at the level that each person is at, because you don't need to be doing the same thing as 15-star as you do as an emerald or diamond coach. It takes a little bit different. So yeah, Coach Business Accelerator, Leadership 1 training, and then Leadership 2 training. So here we go. I'm like, you have to be a diamond by June 6th. Oh, okay. That's not bad. To get into the different workshops. So this is totally different than the ranks I saw before. That's so weird. Anyway, so that's exciting. Summit is the July 11th through the 14th. Wendy and I are definitely going. Everybody who can should. It's so much fun. Trina just announced the Team Rockstar Fit Day, which is going to be where we had the Diamond Soiree last year. And it's this really cool building. So there'll be like a meet and greet and snacks, and then I think like 3 hours of training. And then the Diamonds will have, Trina treats the Diamonds to an evening there, and then it's within walking distance of opening ceremonies. So that's super fun, and that's usually like the most, like this is the best training of the whole thing is rocks, because it's people that we know and it's like really tangible for the way we run our business. So that was super fun. Then tomorrow, Ultimate Portion Fix launches to the public. We are out of our window for just coaches, which is good. Because it's hard sometimes to just like make people, not make them, but like convince them they need to sign up as a coach. There is some still questioning back and forth about now what to do with the basic pack, because that guide, it's in the back office. It's super vague, the Beachbody Nutrition Guide that comes with the annual all access now. But if a person buys Ultimate Portion Fix, they can add on BOD, like the one that's 160 right now. What is that? The Portion Fix and Shakeology. They can add on BOD at checkout for $40. So that ends up being less. It ends up being $200. When if you buy that all together, it's $245. So
what is that?
I have no idea. It's like somebody miscalculated something. So that's what Danny and some of the other ones are saying. Like just check out as if you're getting the 160 and then get the special BOD year membership for $40 at checkout.
So
160 plus the 40 for BOD.
Yeah.
Is that quarterly though? That's quarterly one you're saying? Oh, what? Okay.
They're giving you a discount on BOD for the year. Like they're trying to then encourage you to get it if you don't, and it's only 40.
Oh, okay.
So that saves them. Yeah, that saves them money.
Yeah, because it's $99.
Because otherwise, oh, hey Nancy, if you buy the actual challenge pack that has the Shakeology, the BOD, and UPF, it's like $245 right now.
That's so pricey. I mean, I just
it's like it's a lot of stuff, which is hard. But for someone to just be able to put that chunk down at the beginning is hard, rather than like a payments. So anyway, people are talking about that. The Fit Fam group that everyone's allowed to invite to, we're going to start April 1st. That's when the workouts go live. I'm going to just add people as they join and let them go through the, because I have the prep week in there in units. So they can just kind of get used to it and then jump into the workouts when they start filming live on April. Isn't it April 1st?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's what Autumn said.
Yeah.
So I've been having really good conversations about that. I'm talking to some people about that, and then I'm talking to other people. I have a graphic, and I'll share it. It's really pretty. I got it from Danny. That's like the top choices. And really what is a good one still is 80-Day Obsession. Because they get the portion containers because it's autumn and it's time nutrition. So they get Portion Fix, not Ultimate Portion Fix, but they get Portion Fix, BOD, Shakeology, and the Stretchy Bandies. And I think it's 180. So it's
That's what I just got.
Yeah.
I haven't started yet.
Yeah. So that's a really good one if people are like, you know, they still get the portion containers, they can still do time nutrition. So it depends on if when you're talking to the person, which way they really need to go. If BOD is super important and you're trying to work on value and price, then you can go the 80-Day Obsession route. But I'll post it in the page so you guys can see it. She didn't create it either. I was like, please share with me your pretty graphic. It's one of the benefits of the diamond pages because we're all like, can you please give me your pretty thing? Because I don't want to make that pretty thing. Download. Okay, I'll just share it and then I'll add it later. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So these are she does a lot of Transform 20 because that's what she's been doing. So she has Step It Up, so that's $235 and it tells them everything they get, healthy and fit. So that's the complete, so this is the one that's $200. So you buy the 160 and then you do the 40 at checkout. The right now, the Obsessed, can't even think of the word, you know what I'm talking about, is 180. Like that's the total price. So that's a great one, like we were saying. And then just Nutrition First. So that's just UPF by itself. And Shakeology is 160 for right now. So these will change. The prices will change. But I was like, ooh, that's really pretty. And it tells them what they get. So when I get to the part where they're like, okay, how much does it cost? I'm like, let me send you a graphic that has my 4 top recommendations and I'm based on like what you get value-wise and the tools that you'll get for you. So that's what I'm sending. So I will send you that. And then the other one is what you can send next, and it's add-ons. So you can say, okay, great, one more thing. These are things you can add on that a lot of people find are popular. So the discount VIP saver is 0 because that's signing up as the discount coach or the coach of self. If they want to get the performance line, that's right, that's just Energize, actually. Just Energize, adding 3-day refresh or adding, must be 3 boxes.
It's
2 boxes,
3.
2 boxes. Because it's
The
$39
boxes?
of the protein bars.
With the 3-day refresh?
No, down here, this 4th option where it says protein bar snack. So she's, at the end, she offers them discount coach, adding on Energize, adding on a 3-day refresh, or getting protein bars, because that's like the most things that people add on out of all of them at the end. So I'll put those up too. But that's been really helpful when they're like, how much does it cost? And I'm like, let me just send you a graphic instead of like so much talking back and forth or sending them a paragraph that's like this long. Okay, before I dig into the Instagram stuff I was talking about, does anybody have any specific questions or obstacles? Everybody know when their next group is coming up or how to add to the group, either Wendy's group as a whole or my group or like the whole team group? When are you starting? You're starting the next week, right?
No, April 1st.
Oh, you are doing April 1st? Okay, so either way, that works great. You can either be, and I love that you guys are participating in the Fit Fan group because it's fun just to like have a coach group, but to keep the energy up, and people are having a lot of fun in there. And I'm super proud that people are just starting to post on their own, like people posting and asking for help. And when Facebook went down and I couldn't post anything and people were just posting their workouts, I was like, yay, now if we could just get them to show their faces more, it would be great. But so far the traction and the engagement on there is super fun. April was going to be all about food. April all about food. So we're still going to do nutrition, but I do have 2 girls that are jumping in that are just recovering from eating disorders. So I may change the name a little bit because they're like super scared about getting too focused on food. I'll still be talking about that a lot, but I may tweak the name a little bit so they're not, knowing who we have coming in, that they're not like scared.
Yeah.
Because they're like, right now they're like, I get really anxious. And I'm like, okay, well, we're not going to make it that for you. So, but I'm excited that we're helping all sorts of new people. So any questions, obstacles, problems?
What was that? I know Wendy's explained this to me probably like 5 times, but what was like the enrollment fee?
Sure. So if you don't sign up with a challenge pack, like if you've never bought a challenge pack in the past and you don't sign up with a challenge pack, you can just sign up as a coach for $39.95 in the US. So that gets you access to opening your business center. That gets the starting of you getting charged the $15.95 every month. You just have no products to work with, like nothing to help your own health. Or like some people, well, if they just buy Shakeology and they haven't bought BOD and it's not in challenge pack, they will buy Shakeology and then pay the enrollment fee.
Oh, that's what it was. So if
Yeah.
you just buy Shakeology, then they have to pay $40.
So that's another reason to just encourage people, because even if you feel like you don't need it, you're going to save money or essentially spend the same amount of money, but you get more value.
So if you don't buy the challenge packets, you have to pay $39.30.
$39.95. Yeah, because otherwise it's what, like $130 plus $40. You're already at $170. You could have gotten the all access challenge pack,
right,
and waived the fee and gotten more. So that's why pretty much once you talk to people, they rarely do that.
Okay.
But then if somebody buys a challenge pack initially and then wants the coach discount, we can waive the enrollment fee. Or, I mean, they have to pay it, but then we can reimburse them.
And then it's waived if they become a discount coach. Oh, no, wait. You said
right.
challenge pack.
Pay it.
Yeah, like if they buy a challenge pack and 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, they're like, you know what, I do want to sign up for the discount. You can send them an order that's just coaching and then automatically fill out a reimbursement form for them. So I always say to them, you're not actually going to get charged, because I do the form for them and I do it immediately. So when they put it on their credit card, it should never actually hit their bill.
Is there like a spreadsheet that has like that, like $15.95 per month with business? Like, is it like separated out, or is that just me being nitpicky?
So you could see it, or so that you could
like a visual of it?
No, but I can put one together. It wouldn't take me very long. The one part, like that's why we do the graphics. But it's constantly changing. Like right now, the prices on challenge packs for like UPF are one thing, and then soon they're all going to go up by $10 or $20. The things that stay consistent are the coach business fee, and then the sign-on fee, like we talked about. The other thing is if you are military, if you're active military, your spouse is active military, or you are retired military, they waive your sign-up fee and they waive your monthly fee forever. So I always ask, is your husband military? Are you military? Because that's a huge savings over time.
They waive your monthly fee. What monthly fee?
The $15.95.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
they don't ever have to pay a business fee if you're military.
Oh, that's good.
Or retired military. Yeah.
I don't think I knew that. Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I really
that is great.
Do that. So like Scott, I don't pay a business fee for him because he's retired military, and Dana's husband is still active military, so she doesn't have to pay for herself right now because she's an active military spouse and he's active, so he doesn't pay. So
okay.
Do you have like a canned like questionnaire? Because when I was going over the Rock of Business stuff, which I haven't gotten through yet, because it says ask some questions and so
I have those in the scripts that are in the page that are like the first things I ask, like before and it depends on which stage it is. There's two different ways to ask questions. One is like, where do you live? What do you do for work? What is your health and nutrition like right now? And then the other one is, it kind of, you know them, it's like, okay, before we get started, actually, I'm just going to click on the files before I read it to you wrong. Inviting like a ninja. Oh, here you go. First, tell me, what are your current health and fitness goals? Where are you doing well and where are you struggling? Where would you like to do better? So you can kind of get a sense of if it's more food or if it's more nutrition. And then pretty much after they answer, you validate whatever their concern was by saying, you know, relating to a story of someone you've dealt with or someone on the team or someone you've heard of, and then you ask them how familiar they are with Beachbody and Shakeology.
Do you email this to them or you talk with them?
I'm in Messenger.
Okay.
Like on Instagram or Facebook, it's mostly Messenger. I have had some people, when I get to the point where they ask, like I'll say, like, do you have any other questions? And they're like, yeah, how much does it cost? And I say, let me send you the graphics. Some people are trying to read it on their phone and they can't see the graphics, so I'll ask them for their email. We do have a canned response. Look, I left it up here. I can add it again. Who is it? Julianne uses every single month for her boot camps. She welcomes them to the boot camp, and then she has 3 videos that she's done, short little videos that she has them watch. One is the specifics of the theme she's doing for the month. The next one is kind of like what are BOD and Shakeology and her story with them and why she thinks they're both great. And she covers kind of some of the objections that people have. And then the third one is like, where do I go from here and how do I sign up? So they watch those 3 videos and then she says, reply to me. So that's the way she does, not having to go the back and forth all of the time. Once they say that they're interested, she's like, great, what's your email? And then she shoots them all the information.
Okay.
So I don't think I still have that one on there.
I think that was something that I was doing. Oh, it's not, I think, but that was something that I was doing wrong because people were like, I'm in. And so I was like, okay. I was like, well, here's the video. Like I would do share media, but I didn't ask them questions.
Yeah.
But I already know who they are, but still, even though they're my friends and I know them or they're participants,
right.
I didn't engage in that way, even though I know them.
Right.
But so they might have felt that it was, so I think that was something that I did incorrectly.
Wendy, were you going to say something? I saw you on mute.
Yeah, no, sorry. I think everyone is different. Like, you know, I feel like I have so many people that are ready to go, but then are they ready to go? No. I was like, okay, did I do it wrong because I was in, you know, Instagram Messenger? Is it too much? And then I ask them for an email, and then I'll send them email stuff. You know, I'm like, you know, I don't know what is. Oh, my dogs! Why do they always have to be right here?
I think it's usually them.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't really think it matters. You know, we're having a nice conversation. Then I'm like, okay, if they want deeper stuff, send an email. And then I follow up, like, did you read it? You know, how do you want to join? Yes, I still do. And then you still get those people. So, I mean, it's. Yeah.
And the more people you talk to, the more yeses you get, but also the more of those you get. Like, I wish I could show you on here my Instagram right now.
I get you.
Yeah. But I can go into that too. So we had a call. I don't know if you got a chance to watch Danny's call from last Wednesday for the Diamond Call, Wendy.
Yes.
It was awesome. So Danny is crazy. I love her. Like she's one of my success partners. So we check in once a week with each other. But she hit Success Club 60 last month because she really wanted to be in the test. Like I don't think she's ever below 24. But she really wanted to be in the test group for the 100 meltdown, morning meltdown 100. Can't remember the name of it. And they had like the top bracket. So she was like, I am going to get in the test group. So that's not a normal number for her. She still gets really high numbers, but she also like doesn't care at all if you say yes or no. Like she also uses the F-bomb every other word, even on Zooms, and you're like, whoa.
Wait,
But that's who
she sounds like me.
Yeah, she's so much more intense than you are. I love her, but she knows it. She's like, she will tell you how it is and doesn't care. Yeah. But she's doing really well. She's 3-star right now. Well, I think there's in 3-star qualification. They were premier last year. She's going for elite this year. But her messaging, and that's how I was talking on Instagram and how on our scripts and how I tweaked it. She's like, I never asked like, are you interested in joining us? Because that to people seems like a really big commitment to say that. So she always just asks, like, would it be okay if I send you some info? And she's like, the majority of people say sure. And then at least you can get the conversation going with them. And I have noticed that I am sending a message to everybody who likes or comments, and a lot more people are responding. I also send out my assistant right now sends out a message, but I used to do it, that to all my new followers on Instagram each day, that thanks them for following me, and then says, if you check the link in my bio, I have a free meal plan for you. And so most people either like it and then I write back, or they say thank you and I write back. And I write back the same thing. Hope you find it helpful. Are you already a meal prepper? And it just like starts a conversation that way. So that, like, people just respond when you say things in a really non-scary way. So that's, but the scripts too. And I was saying this, I know a lot of you are not business accounts on Instagram, especially because you do the stories on Facebook, but I cannot tell you how much time it is saving me to use the quick responses on Instagram. I can't show you this now either, but like if I go into Instagram and I click on, I'd like some info. Last night I did a really quick post because we were at a basin all day and I had no reception and my phone died. So last night I did a really quick post, and then 46 people have liked it. So like I can click on somebody. I don't think you can see any of this, can you? No. I'm like, no, you can't. But then if I click on them and go to message, like there's a plus sign here for me, and if I hit plus and go to messages, it's like, which one of them would you like to send? And it's all of the ones, like all of the typical things that I say to people. So even when I'm going through now and messaging everybody who liked or said thank you for the meal plan, and it's that, hope you find it helpful, I just like hit plus and send that. So it's so much faster than copy and pasting from the notes in my phone.
That's good to know. I need to just switch it to a business account, but I don't think I want to run the Facebook a business account.
And I didn't remember. We looked at this last time. Can you do that if you don't have a business account? Can you link it to a personal page if it's an Instagram business account?
No. Then it wants you to open a Facebook business account, but I don't want to run that one. You know, I want to just have my personal Facebook. Then,
I guess you don't have to put anything on the business page.
Yeah.
You can just run the Facebook page. But it's so helpful in terms of the insights that you get too. Like you don't even have the buttons if you don't have an Instagram account, but it'll tell me like how many people visit. So 954 people visited my profile in the last 7 days. And then you can do ads. I don't do ads, but like I can go into my insights.
Yeah. Which one are you talking about?
Instagram.
Instagram?
Like, I have mine set up as a business.
You do?
Firestone, I'm pretty sure I do. I mean, it's Firestone Fitness, and it does have the insights. And then I think I was looking, I was like, do I have it set up like that? You know, I just did it. I don't even know. I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just doing it. But, and then I think my Instagram is business, because it says business information, Firestone Fitness.
I can even be your friend on Instagram. Let me look.
I just caught on Instagram like a month ago. I don't really know how to use it.
No, that's a man. That's not you.
That's my husband. It's Leslie Firestone.
That's what I was looking.
It's a picture of Kyle and I. There's some goats on there.
I'll find it eventually, but if it's not, maybe you blocked me and I can't see you.
I didn't block you. I only blocked you.
I'm kidding.
I have blocked.
So I have my jewelry business account, but I don't see where you say that you have the plus sign. So if
Like,
you're on a post, right?
Yeah, so if you go to one of your posts and you click on someone who liked it,
Oh, liked it. Okay.
and then you go to like where you would message them, if you hit message, on the bottom it's got a little microphone because you can do voice messaging, or you could add a picture, or there's a plus sign, and the plus sign gives you other options where you can like what they said, or there's like a little word bubble.
Wait. Because I have a plus sign.
I can't even find like how to get my messages. That's how I don't.
I'll see how I can do a video tutorial of it so that you
Yeah,
guys.
because I can't. So if I go to all the people that liked, then I just get a list of all the people.
Yeah, and then then I click on the person.
Oh, one person.
Yeah, one person. Go to message, and then
I see the
in where you text
in the message box.
You have to set up your quick replies before they'll show up there. And I can do a little video on how to do that too.
Yeah, I just don't know. That would be great.
Yeah, it's so I think I have 7 or 8 in there now, and as I come up with new things that I say to people over and over, I do. For some of them, I don't put their name in. Like I have one that's called re-invite, because there are people that I've invited, I don't even know how many times, and they like all of my posts and they just don't respond, or they responded a long time ago.
You should call them stalker people.
I know, right?
Looky loose.
Yeah. I'm trying. So like, I think I already re-invited her. Oh yeah. So for this one, I didn't put their name. I just says, hey, thanks for your continued support. I didn't know if you saw I have my next virtual boot camp starting April 1st. Would it be okay if I sent you some info? So this is the 3rd time I've invited her. So I wanted it to be different, and I've used her name before. Some of them in my scripts, it's like, hey, blank. So I have to remember to quickly write their name in. Because I want them to know that I'm not just mass scripting people, that I specifically chose to talk to them and that I'm writing their name in, even if I'm using the same words over and over.
You say, hey, girl. They use that a lot.
I say, hey, girl, ever.
Hey, girl.
Yeah, that's the worst.
Everybody
else. Use that a lot. Is it just me?
No, I mean, every other MLM is hey girling me, so I don't do the girl. I have said hey lady, because I say that to people in person. Or I just say hey by itself, because that's just how I talk too. Like, hi girly or hi babe. Like I've gotten, hey babe. I'm like, don't call me babe. I don't know you. But that's just it too. Like different teams talk different. That's just not how I talk. If you talk like that, then write like that. But yeah, I don't ever say hey girl to people in person either. So yeah, if you can get your Instagram set up as a business profile, even if you don't use that for Facebook, you can use them as 2 separate entities. You just have to remember, like for me, whatever I put on Instagram, I have a button slid so that it automatically posts for me on Facebook.
It does that for me too.
Yeah. So if you don't have that, you're probably doing that already, pasting or posting on both. So it makes it so much easier, and then keeping track of people is easier. I'm still doing I don't think I have the right notebook up here right now, but I had a list for February. Now I have a list for March. Everybody who has said yes, that they would like info, I've written their name down. And then if I send them the actual, like, if we get to the point where I feel like I've really invited them, like here, we've gone over all the details, I'll kind of asterisk them. So I remember to go back, even like follow up with them even more intently. But then my follow-up list is growing. So then in March, I don't know if I'll do it this time. This time I copied everybody's name over because I didn't want to have to keep flipping back, but I may just leave it and keep each month adding more and then flip back to the people I've talked to before. But it's helped a lot. So I have a list of people who have said, yes, they're interested in learning more about challenges, and people who have listed that they're interested in coaching. And then I have a list of people that I'm just watching, that looking at them, I'm like, I think that they would be great, but they haven't said yet that they're interested, so that I remember to go back and kind of look at them too. And so that has helped me just kind of stay on top of all of that.
Do you do that in Excel, like a spreadsheet?
I just have a spiral right now. It just made it easier because then I can just kind of carry it with me.
Okay.
Yeah. And especially as I'm talking to more people, I'm afraid that I'm going to, like, people are going to fall through the cracks and I'm going to lose them. So the second someone responds to that, like, hey, would you be interested in info? And they say yes, I just write their name down. Sometimes I write it down and I don't have my notebook, but I write it somewhere and then I add it to the notebook. But
okay.
It's made it a whole lot easier to remember who to follow up with. And sometimes I'll write like a little note next to their name. If it's something specific about them that I wanted to remember, like there was a girl who had just had surgery, or like if they're so many weeks postpartum, just like little reminder things. So I'm like, oh yeah, she said she has a history of this, or yeah. So
right.
It's been super, super helpful. I think what else I want to talk about with that. Another thing. Yeah. Switching that lingo to would it be okay if I sent you some info? It's been huge. Like the change in responses is crazy.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. So that's been really good. And then I don't think I can see any of the other stuff on here. Look at Instagram and see if there was anything else I was going to tell you about that. I feel like Instagram is always changing too. When not Wendy, I was looking at you and thinking, so when Danny was like, yeah, I just use quick responses, I was like, I've never even heard of that. And I watch like every new Instagram thing that comes out. So it's hard to stay on top of what's new and how to do things. And she's really good too. So she does, she invites every single day on her stories, and she alternates between coaching and whatever her next boot camp is. And she almost always makes it a poll and says, would you be interested in more info? Yes, or hell yes. It's never a negative. Yes, or like, yes, or however they wrote it, like super long.
Yeah.
And then she points down to it. She always invites with a video, not with a graphic, like of her saying, stop watching me and join my group. If you'd like more info, go down here. And everybody who likes that story, she gets that invitation like, hey, thanks so much for following my stories. I don't know if you saw this, but my next group starts April 1st. Would it be okay if I sent you info? She sends it to everybody. And that's how she said in the end, even though it's a people game, it's a numbers game. So just getting yourself to invite that many people. And she's like, it's not a cold invite because they watched you. And they watched your post about inviting. So she doesn't write that about, if her story is about something else, but she's put something in her stories every day that allows her to then invite them.
Oh, okay.
So that's in addition to like just what your day is and
the
craziness of your life, which is what my stories are about.
Right.
So, okay. Right now
I just pimped you guys out. Pimped it.
You pimped it?
I pimped you.
Yes, we have been pimped. I know, I got to take a picture before I forget. This call is going very fast. Yeah, so we also have, like, I talk about this each week, but we've got people on the team who have goals right now, which are awesome. Wendy's like, well, she's a diamond, but she's like super close to her first like solid 6 weeks qualification, which is amazing.
Woo!
Nancy's Emerald. Leslie's halfway to Emerald. Dana has 3 coaches. Katie has 3 coaches. So everybody is like so close. There's another graphic that Danny created, and I'll see if I can find it. It kind of scares me a little bit. It's good. It's really good. So she gets all of her coaches to Emerald really, really quick. Because it helps overall. Like we've talked about this with everybody, but like it helps to build your volume. It helps to get Leslie, you have your husband set up, so that's perfect. But it helps, like right now, I can't remember. She didn't sign up her husband for a year and a half because she didn't have a strong upline that taught her that. But like for me, Scott makes half of what I make every week in team volume bonus because he's the way you structure it. So it can be scary, especially, this is what Trina was saying, like if you have someone who's new to the business and they don't have a super supportive spouse, if right away you're like, and you need to sign up your spouse, it sounds more scammy, even though it's not. So she said, be a little bit cautious with how you say it, but let me see if I can pull it up. It's talking about helping 3 people and then helping 3 more. So helping 3 people covers your own costs for the month because there's a lot of people who are scared that they're going to be ending up spending that money, and before they know the value of how Shakeology makes them feel. What does Danny say? She's so funny. Of course, there's so many posts. When you guys get into the Diamond page, it's so good, but it's like a lot of posts. Let me find it. If anybody has any questions while I'm looking, let me know.
I have a question.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, so I was super excited. I guess you get your kickback from your husband when they buy stuff. So that was nice. I got a little check and I was like, yeah.
Yes.
But I don't know how I put, because everything I put is Firestone Fitness, but I don't have an LLC, and I didn't check the mark. And so they wrote me a check and I was like, how am I going to check? How am I going to cash that? I was going to send them. I don't think that's, something you would answer. And then I said to Kyle, I'm like, maybe I should do it. Maybe I should do an LLC.
I have an LLC. At first, I didn't have. At first, I was under myself and Scott was under himself just for socials. We have a joint checking account, so I just had it go into that. But I do have a business account now for my LLC, and so you can put both of you, even though you're still separate entities in an LLC, you can have both of you be under that for Beachbody and be separate. And so our EFTs go straight into my business checking account. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. So you have a business. So I could do a business. I can make an LLC, make it Firestone Fitness, and then it could be a Beachbody type thing. I could do other things with it too.
So
right?
I put all of my fitness money goes into my LLC. So my teaching money, if I train someone in person, I just have it all count as my LLC is called a Powerful Balance. And then that's who I switched coaching to. It used to be my personal Social Security, and now it's my tax ID number for the LLC for both of us.
So how much did that cost you to get the LLC? Is that like something you have to file, or you
file it with the state. It was not very expensive. And then every April I have to file some document for the year, but it's some little form that you just fill out, and I think I pay $10 or $15 every April or something to maintain my LLC with the state.
So should I be getting an LLC? Apparently I don't know what I'm doing.
No, let me look, because there are a lot of coaches who don't. I did it originally because I was training people out of my house, and so I was like, I need a separate entity for that.
Yes.
And then
do you have insurance on that, Caitlin? For your house?
Oh, when I was, I'm not training people here anymore, but when I was, I did. I had Philadelphia. Now all the gyms that I work at, well, I only work at one gym, but the people that I work through all have their own insurance that covers us, so I'm not covering myself insurance wise. But yeah, let me look into.
You would be. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. No, go.
I think that unless you're employed, if you're getting a W-2 from NICS,
no,
you would be considered an independent contractor, a 1099. So you would need your own insurance, right?
I know. Well, so I don't work for Nick. I work for PackFit.
Okay. So then you're covered through PackFit.
Yeah,
okay.
So I'm covered through PackFit.
So when I go to Nick's, I need to be covered myself.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Sorry. I'm so down to the nitty-gritty.
No, that is good.
But once you do an LLC, then aren't there other things that you need to keep up with besides that?
I don't.
For your business?
Because
I don't know. I have an LLC for my jewelry.
Yeah.
And I have to do certain things, but it may be different because I have to pay quarterly tax, all that kind of stuff. Do you have to do
I pay taxes at the end of the year as just from the money that comes in. So I'm just an independent contractor. So it's a 1099.
Okay. Sorry, that would be that would be a tax accountant question, but thank you for answering that.
No. It's a good way. So here, let me share this graphic really quick, and then I'm not going to keep you guys.
Foresight Fitness. Got it.
There you go. Okay, so this is her graphic that she goes over on her GSR with people. So Shaco for free is helping 3 people, and then you help 3 more people, and that's how you make income, a steady growing income. So help 3 people get started the exact way you did in your first 30 days, get your investment back, and then help 3 additional people, and that's how you start building your customer base. And then she actually breaks it down. So like if you sold 1 challenge pack, or if you sell challenge packs, it's $160 for the base one. That's $40, and that's the commission you get times 3 people, so you've made $120. So that's almost your Shakeology. If you do 180, which is 80-day obsession, then you're at 135. 215 is, there's a couple of them that are right around that price, so that's how that breaks down. And then if you help 3 more people, she just kind of adds, times 6. So she shows people money-wise how it breaks down, which I think is helpful sometimes for people to see that part. She tells them, look, she says, you can be Emerald in the next 24 hours, which you technically can. But it's also finding the right people. So it's you, spouse, and then she says, mom, best friend, sister, roommate, friend, aunt, cousin, whatever. So she talks to them from that. And like Leslie said, like, it's really nice when you see, even if it is your spouse, when you see that first money come back, you're like, oh, that feels kind of good. So getting people to have initial wins is really good. And then teaching them right off of the bat how to build a base, how to just like start forming that, and why they created Success Club 5, which is helping 3 people, because that covers your costs. Like everything has a reason. They don't just pick random numbers. So even the goals that they've set up for you have a purpose. Like help 3 people, you cover your own Shakeology for the month. And then, even if you did that and you add 3 people each month, that builds your base. But if you try to help 6 people, then your base builds even faster and you cover more of your costs. But there are people, like I didn't have, well, originally I did sign up my mom, but I think she quit at some point. I don't know. She's down in my business somewhere farther down. But there are people who aren't close, like don't have close people. So this doesn't always work. But it can. You know what I mean? Like we make it, I think what Danny was saying, like a lot of times we'll say, try to go Emerald in the first 30 days. And we make it sound like a big, super scary thing. And the scarier you make it sound, the harder it is to get to, where you can just kind of simplify it and say, like, it's just 2 people. We're signing up your spouse. This is why. And this is how it's helped me. Because, again, you don't want them to start thinking, like, you're just trying to get them to sign up their entire family, because that's not what we're trying to do. But it can sound like that if you don't have experience in the business. So I would say, Scott did not want to sign up. I just signed him up. And I was like, as long as I'm in the green, I get to make the decisions. So like, I actually had to show my husband a profit and loss statement 3 months in, because he just was like, sure, I was spending all of our money and was getting boxes, of inventory of stuff. So, then like go ahead.
So for you, Caitlin, so I'm the same with Bill. He doesn't want to sign up.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even want to try the products. He does his own stuff.
Yeah.
And I've showed him everything, whatever. Yeah. But you're working his business too. Is that what you do?
So
okay.
There are only a few coaches whose husbands actually coach. Okay. Wendy has her husband in, Trina has her husband in. Like, it's just really a business thing, because you make money with the team volume bonuses off of that center. And like for me, I'm working to get him to diamond, and then that's how I'll be 2-star.
So when you take on people, you decide whether you're going to put them under him or
Mm-hmm.
yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So for example, for me, I have Jerry, he's at Emerald. So mm-hmm. Like my good months, I took a couple of the people, like actually my friends that I knew were signing up, like Sarah, and I put her under Jerry. And then I put, Angela Appleby, a good friend, under Jerry. So he's at Emerald. So I think he's going to be my solid Emerald. Yeah. Hopefully,
Yeah. On the one hand, it's like, it's another business center you can control and then also you make team cycle bonuses off of that. So it's like almost like a placeholder business. But I'll say to people, if I don't know them, the first people I signed up were people I knew, but I'll say, my husband and I run this business center, or we run this business together. So you may see his name on emails, but I'm your coach.
Okay. That's what I was just going to ask.
Yeah.
But it still doesn't, but then like for me right now, because of my jewelry business, I feel like that's one more thing that I got to make sure, finding my 3 people for him then. So that's why I signed up Olivia.
Right.
Like she signed up and I was paying for her.
Right.
At the beginning, now she's paying for herself. So I did it with her instead. And she's good with buying her shake and doing all that stuff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So is that sort of the same thing?
Yeah.
Or
So you'll say like, because there are some people who join and they're not married. So it's beneficial. Like if you're doing it for the business goal, it's beneficial to have a spouse because then the money comes back into your own bank account. Like as you're, I put, like right now I get myself to Success Club and then I start working his business.
Okay.
Or if it's someone who doesn't sign up with a challenge pack, I always put them under him because then we get the commission like we would, and I get credit for the volume that he's got as someone under me. So it's it's really a business tactic to get more money in.
Yeah. And that's, like for me, once I'm a steady diamond and I have a few emeralds on each side, then I'll start working Jerry's business. I'm seeing like $14 a week from him. I was like, $14 is great. It's covered.
For not doing any extra work or him having to do anything.
Yeah. Not doing any extra work. And so that's nice. So then I will start building him to hopefully diamond, and maybe he'll be my first 1-star, I don't know. So, or it'll make me 1-star, but I mean, it's all kind of exciting.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
No, it just sounds like a little bit more work for me. Like, I don't know if I'm there yet.
No, well, and it depends. Like you want him as high up as you can in the business because that means everybody under him will be volume. But I always say like, when I have people sign up their spouses, I wait until they have also someone else to sign up because I don't want people to spend money for the sake of spending money. I want it to also benefit them. But like Scott, I get all my performance line, my beach bars, my boosts. If I order them that month, I order them all under him because then we get the discount and I get credit for volume. So it helps us no matter what.
Right.
And so that's why it's helpful to have them more at the top. And then I don't really think about it right now as 2 different business centers. It's just my business. And I have it's like I have 2 different storefronts kind of, but it's the same business. You know what I mean?
You're always thinking that you want to do 6 people a month, at least.
I don't. So I haven't had him hit Success Club in a while because I'm putting under him the people who aren't challenge packs, and I haven't been going for super huge numbers. Now that I've gotten to a really good rhythm with inviting people, I think I would hopefully get him to Success Club. And I'm also trying to get him to Diamond. So inadvertently that would end up hitting Success Club because I'd be signing up coaches for people. So I'm never like, my goal is not really to ever to get him to Success Club. It's like, oh, do I have a discount coach I could put under him? Or like I've hit Success Club.
But for it to pay for itself.
Well, I don't order Shakeology under him. Like I would never do it that way. No. So I just I order stuff under him that I would order anyway for myself, like beach bars or Energize or,
So he doesn't have he's not doing a regular Shakeology order. Okay.
No.
Like for me, Jerry is because Jerry drinks Shakeology. So
same with Kyle.
I have to.
If they are, then
and my kids have been drinking it. So
if they are drinking Shakeology, it totally makes sense to have it there because then you get credit for the volume, and that's huge as you build. So it doesn't make sense to have 2 bags under yourself.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Nancy, you said that you were paying for your friend Olivia?
My daughter.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's that?
Well,
lucky.
I know.
That's nice of you.
I do have to tell you guys this funny story before we get off. So Trina was talking on one of the calls and she was joking around and she was like don't sign up your cat or whatever. And I'm like, ah, ha, ha. And I joked because my original sponsor tried to have me like fake social security number. She was crazy. But anyway, so for me, I was like, I wrote some hashtag, and then someone private messaged me, was like, I actually did sign up my cat 1 month because I wasn't going to hit 6. No one on our team, but I was like, how do you sign up your, like, did you fake a social? Like, I wouldn't, like, I would rather not hit Success Club than sign up my cat. But I was like, shocked. I was like, how do you do
customers? She just probably, didn't sign up.
Oh, right. As a customer, you don't have to put in a social. So you just have to make up an email address, I guess. But I was like,
she just bought another challenge pack.
Yeah, she bought another challenge pack under her cat's name. It's like, don't do that. Don't do that.
I had a question. So, is this still being recorded?
I can stop. Actually, let's get to a point where we don't need to record. All right. Thank you guys for watching. If you do have any other questions or comments or need anything from me, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys soon.